All right, back in Lagos, it's time for trending now. Everything trending all around the world. And Olamide Odekule looking really beautiful today, I must say. Good morning, my queen. You look really good today.
Thank you. I tried something different. How are we doing this morning?
Good, good, good. We're ready
now,
for you.
Now, team, I have to say Mondays are very hard because so much happens over the weekend, especially because we had a public holiday. So I have plenty gist. Can I get into it?
I know you have gist. Take it away. Take it away.
Thank you. Good morning, Nigeria. I like to say that TVC has a finger on the pulse and an eye on the streets. And here on the Trending Now segment, we do our best to bring you trending stories that are shaping the world that you and I live in. We begin today with some not so great news, where the BUA Group, a Nigerian conglomerate, has condemned the killing of 8 personnel of the Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps by suspected kidnappers during an attack near its cement company in Okpela, Edo State, on Friday. Now, the incident surfaced online when a viral video shows a badly damaged vehicle belonging to the NSCDC near the area close to the BUA Cement Company. Now, a senior NSCDC officer in Edo State has now confirmed the attack, narrating that the operatives were escorting 5 Chinese expatriates, employees of the BUA cement factory, when they came under heavy gunfire from unidentified gunmen. The bodies of the fallen officers have been deposited at a morgue, and joint security forces have launched a manhunt for the attackers, searching nearby forests and working to ensure the safe return of the kidnapped expatriate. This incident follows closely on the heels of another in the state, where police rescued 16 abducted passengers along the Benin-Auchi road. And this highlights the increasing insecurity in the Edo State region. Civil society groups are now calling that this requires a state of emergency. They are calling on Governor Kweolo to step in. This is what a state of emergency is for. Let's take a look at social media. Hardman says 8 civil defense couldn't defend themselves. RIP to the lost heroes. Amal Gudu says, the question is why a fully armed NSCDC personnel are guarding foreign nationals in Nigeria while millions of Nigerian citizens are suffering insecurity. Very interesting. Moving on. A developing story out of Ogun State is raising serious concerns around discrimination, personal rights, and institutional power. At Olabisi Onabanjo University, several applicants say that they were forced to cut off their dreadlocks and braided hair before being allowed to sit for the post-UTME entrance examination. Multiple eyewitnesses accounts on social media posts show that students, many of them teenagers, are having their dreadlocks cut within the school premises, reportedly under pressure from university officials. This is very interesting. Time and time again, we are trying to find a correlation between dreadlocks and bad behavior and dreadlocks and poor grades, and we are yet to find one. But let's take a look at social media. Filippo Saga says, it is not insane, my people. If you know they don't tolerate dreads and braids, then attend other universities that do. Life no hard. And Mercy says, this is unfair. Hairstyle is part of personal identity. Forcing students to cut it off for an exam is unnecessary and disrespectful. Team, I'm going to focus on this Edo story because it is of serious importance. These are the things that we have to be talking about. Every time on this segment I come and I have to deliver bad news about Edo State, the figures of insecurity and kidnapping and even court violence are startling in that state. I wonder what's going on. I'm very worried.
Everybody should be worried. It's one of the stories that dampened my beautiful weekend, as I said earlier on. You know, the civil defense officials, one of the people that commented said they are civil defense and they couldn't defend themselves. If you are in a war situation, an element of surprise can affect the best trained army you can ever think of. My heart goes to the families of those officers that lost their lives. But then you want to also ask yourself, is it that we are in some kind of unhealthy competition on which state has the highest level of insecurity? What is going on in Nigeria?
All right. So Edo and insecurity, this is not the first time we've been speaking about it. You know, we've spoken about a lot of things that happen around our environs, and we could just pray and hope that, you know, that this stops, you know, the insecurity in Edo stops as well. And look at the fact that it happened close to BUA Cement, if I'm correct, and we know how peaceful, like we don't really hear anything about BUA if it's not good news, you know. So I'm happy that BUA, Alajurabi, under his leadership, have also come out to say that, you know, they condemn the killings. I'm sorry to the families, you know, I just hope that these people get to rest in peace and this does not happen again. And quickly about the dreadlocks, I don't think a dreadlock will make you not intelligent. I've never agreed with the fact that somebody has to cut the hair before he writes exam. What does you reading and being intelligent have to do with your hair? I don't understand.
Well, Olabisi Obanjo University is one of the oldest universities you ever have in the Southwest and Nigeria as a whole. The school has faced a lot of issues about cyber fraud, insecurity, like cultism and all of that. And I want to believe that that's their dress code. They don't want students to dress certain ways. They've actually given them the way to dress, the way to appear. So anyone who is coming into the school must definitely be made to respect the conducts and whatever practice that the school has actually put to place. So I do not want to really criticize the school for doing this, because at the end of the day, university is all about character and learning. So if they say they don't want it to appear a certain way, it is part of the learning. That's about that. And talking about insecurity, I feel that there is so much we need to do concerning Edo State. Edo State has faced a lot of cultism, court clashes and all of that. So we can't always attribute everything to banditry, terrorism and all. So let's do what we have to do to ensure that we keep lives and property safe.
But quickly, Olamide, before you take it away, Ibrahim, when you talk about a student's reading, to pass the exam, or a student's character, do you think that it has to do with their hair? I don't think so. Actually.
No, you also judge the way you address the way you dress. Sometimes
I've seen people with dreadlocks that are very, very intelligent.
I'm not saying dreadlock is bad. I'm saying that the school has its own rules.
Yes, thank you so much, Tim. So they have a right to keep it.
Thank you so much, Tim. Indeed, we cannot displace the role of personal identity in young people. It's important that they express themselves within reason, of course. But we're going to go on a short break right now. And after the interlude, we will be back with more trending stories. You are welcome back, Nigeria. You're still on Trending Now here on the TVC Breakfast Show. We proceed with some Pan-African news, where a disturbing video is sparking a lot of outrage online. It shows anti-migrant groups chasing non-South Africans from a clinic and blocking them from entering public health facilities in parts of Gauteng, South Africa. Reports say that these groups have stationed themselves at the gates of at least 24 clinics and hospitals across Johannesburg, Durban and Tshwane, demanding identification from patients and turning away anyone they believe is not South African, regardless of their legal status. Take a look at this disturbing video.
If you know yourself that you're not South African, please stand up. Please stand up. Please don't try and stand up right now. Stand up. Sister, are you South African? Are you South African? Because we are going to check everybody. Check them. Please, if you're not South African, come with me. Come. Come with me. Come. Let them go out. You guys are not South African. Go out.
Now, the fallout from this has, of course, been dire, and some patients have been unable to retrieve their medical files, leaving them stranded without prescriptions to buy their medication elsewhere. Apparently, pregnant women with high-risk conditions, including hypertension, diabetes, and HIV, are now reportedly going without critical monitoring and treatment. The organization Doctors Without Borders is now raising alarm and is calling the blockages systematic and dangerous. They're urging the national and provincial health departments to intervene immediately, stressing that South Africa's constitution and National Health Act guarantee healthcare access for all. Our prejudice or politics should never come in between the critical human right, the right to health. I'll take a few tweets on this. I'll take 3 tweets. Prophet Speak says, you chased the sick from the hospital. That is not justice, that is cruelty. I was sick and you did not visit me. Matthew 25 verse 43. God never asks for a passport, he asks for compassion. If mercy stops at the border, it's not mercy. Gilly says, should South Africans be chased from other countries for being foreigners? They came crying Pan-Africanism during apartheid, and now that they think they've grown a pair, look at them. I also don't condone illegal immigration, so maybe they should tighten their immigration laws. And finally, August Chris says, a Hausa man calling a Yoruba man his brother. Meanwhile, some poor people are over here hating on themselves in the name of bigotry. Indeed, money and education are so vital. Moving on to entertainment news and in a much cheerier tone, singer Mr. Eazi and Temi Otedola, the daughter of billionaire Temi Otedola, have tied the knot in an intimate wedding ceremony in Iceland. Now, the couple's wedding journey spanned 3 countries, and it started in Monaco back in May on a date that was chosen to honor Mr. Eazi's late mother. In July, they then held a colorful Yoruba traditional wedding in Dubai, hosted at the Otedola family home. And in August, they tied the knot in a white wedding set against Iceland's dramatic natural landscapes. Now, what stood out for many Nigerians online were the personal touches. Temi now goes by Temi Ajibade on social media. And Dangote also advised the couple. Take a look at this video.
So I wish you all the very best. And I'm sure within the next 1 year or so, I will give you a very big party for the first child coming on board.
Very, very interesting. Now, Tim, I'm going to focus on this apartheid story, although I know we won't talk about the Otedola Ajibade wedding. I think that what's going on right now is new apartheid. I think that the black people, because of colonialism and the apartheid, they think that there's a scarcity of resources. They think that they have to own things because the white man held things from them for so long, and they're now applying this logic to fellow blacks. I think that it's a systemic problem.
No, it's xenophobia. It's xenophobia. Yeah, but when things like this happen, is because you think you are coming to take my space.
Yes.
My space. And you forget that you have South Africans in all the countries of those people that you are sending out of those clinics. This is pure cruelty. And it's born out of xenophobia. I see xenophobia as a mental situation that makes you think smaller than you should ordinarily think. And look at the young man. It's championed by a young man. All right? I wonder why South Africa will allow something like this to happen without anybody stopping them, you know? And the way the thing is happening is as if the management of that clinic had no power whatsoever to stop it. It's unfortunate. For Mr. Eazi and Temi, congratulations. A beautiful wedding. I mean, it's fairy tale from start to finish, everything, you know, but this is the beginning of a new life. This is the party before the reality. But I hear that Mr. Eazi is a very big entrepreneur with companies in 18 countries and so on. Yeah, if money is anything to write home about, then money is not a problem there. Let's see how the relationship goes. I wish you the best in life.
All right, and I'll just touch quickly on the South Africa issue. It's so sad to see that humans are wicked to humans, because at the end of the day, we are all human. So I cannot even understand why someone needs medical help and you're pushing the person away. What is the reason for pushing the person away? I cannot get it. Make it make sense. And I do not even understand why the authorities will allow this to happen. And the person that is doing this, just know that God is watching. At the end of the day, one day you too, you'll fall sick. But let me go to the beautiful story on social media, Temi and Mr. Eazi. Love is definitely easy. It was a beautiful wedding. Trust me, I think that I'm safe to say this is wedding of the year. I love the details that were put into it, and I just wish them the very best. You know, like he said, Mr. Eazi is a great entrepreneur, you know, so money is never going to be a problem to them. But Olamide, the issue I have that is bothering me in my heart is the comparison on social media. Oh, which wedding was better? Davido's, but I feel like that should stop. I feel like it's only poor people that do that. At the end of the day, let's think of how to be rich, how to be like them, so we can do this kind of wedding. But you know, I just want to say congratulations to Mr. Eazi. I've interviewed him while I was in Ghana. You know his affiliations to Ghana. He loves Ghana a whole lot. So you know, I've seen him a lot of times in Ghana. And congratulations to you. We wish you all the best. Temi, I love you.
The poor people will come for you. Right. Let's talk about South Africa. And I'm so disappointed at what we're seeing, because I did not know how Nelson Mandela would be feeling in his grave, because this is someone who stood firm against apartheid when it held sway. Where we had the colonialists, the white supremacists, coming to South Africa, Africa generally, but South Africa really also bear the brunt, where they say, yeah, we have to separate these people from us because we are better than them, and they've taken most of their lands. And now we are doing this to ourselves. And someone has already said that people you're sending out, do you think, what would you feel like if people begin to send your own brothers from their own country, away from, send them away like people who do not, have any ancestry or whatsoever? So let's begin. When we are saying Greater Africa, we're saying Africa, where are we? Where are we going to? We need to begin to see ourselves as brothers. Would you do the same if a white man is in that same hospital? Would you send the person out? The way we treat ourselves, xenophobia, it's not the right way to go. What we are saying, Africa should be one indivisible whole. I think the government needs to arrest this person. And there is also an Operation Dudula that's chased them out, forcing non-immigrants and all of them, and even people who are having genuine business. They're chasing them out of South Africa. And then if you go to Johannesburg, you see crimes, snatching phones and all of that. We need to work on ourselves, please. Yeah. And congratulations to the Eazi, Mr. and Mrs. Ajibade. Congratulations to you.
Absolutely, Tim. I think it's important that as Africans, we hold ourselves to a higher ideal than the people that oppressed us. Thank you so much for your input.